Tori and Zach Roloff from Little People, Big World provide an update after their 4-year-old daughter Lilah's surgery. Greetings, viewers. Welcome back to my channel. To receive the newest news updates, kindly subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. The couple from Little People, Big World had their 4-year-old daughter, Lilah, undergo a tonsillectomy and adenoidectomy. During Thursday's episode of the Raising Heights podcast, the former stars of Little People, Big World provided an update on their 4-year-old daughter, Lilah, following her tonsil and adenoid removal surgery. Tori states, "We were both quite apprehensive about her response, and she has been exceptional. We have maintained a substantial dosage of the medication due to concerns that patients may appear stable only to deteriorate unexpectedly. However, we have not had to administer it during the night." The couple was pleased to announce that following Lilah's surgery, she no longer snores and has been experiencing improved sleep quality at night. In May, the former reality television couple announced that their daughter would require surgery to enhance her sleep quality, having been diagnosed with a moderate form of sleep apnea subsequent to a sleep study. Upon initially announcing the news, Zach and Tori expressed their apprehension regarding their daughter. Zach remarked, "Her emergence from anesthesia will be challenging. However, she astonished us during her sleep study. They conducted no procedures during her sleep study." Zach, aged 34, and Tori, aged 33, are parents to Jackson, aged 7, and Josiah, aged 2. The pleased parents announced Lilah's surgery news and said that their youngest also participated in a sleep study to assess for sleep apnea, where he excelled. Zach remarks on his sleep study, stating, "Josiah performed excellently. I was quite anxious. He is our most challenging patient to settle. Josiah requires additional attention. I was concerned due to his volume. I thought he will detach these cords." Tori, "He thoroughly enjoyed it. The nurse was exceptional. He was engaged with his Mickey Mouse, charming the nurse, and exchanging handshakes." Tori acknowledged her husband's participation in the sleep research with their children, as she finds the experience to be too arduous to endure. "I find it difficult to witness the children in that state, so I am immensely grateful that you manage it," she states. "It is distressing to witness your children in such a state. Despite their well-being, observing them connected to numerous monitors is something I believe I could not endure as you do." Similar to Zach, all 3 of their offspring possess achondroplasia dwarfism. The young family has had several health challenges, including Zach's brain surgery and Jackson's leg surgery, all of which were chronicled during their appearance on Little People, Big World. Tori and Zach declared their departure from the TLC reality series, a program in which Zach has participated since 2006. Jacob Roloff of Little People Big World attributes his departure from the family's show after 10 years to feelings of disgust. Jacob Roloff is candid about his sentiments on his family's reality series, Little People Big World. A decade after his departure, he unequivocally states that his aversion motivated his exit. Jacob, who wed Isabel Sophia Rock in 2019 at Roloff Farms, has significantly removed himself from reality television. Subsequently, his brother, Zach Roloff, and sister-in-law, Tori, officially announced their exit from the show in 2024, mirroring his decision. Jacob Roloff's new existence beyond Little People Big World, a decade after his leave, he disclosed that his exit was motivated by a profound sense of disgust for the program and reality television in general. "This spring commemorates a decade since I received my remuneration from the program in which I participated for more than a decade. At 18, I finally possessed the autonomy to decline the contract, which I did, and subsequently departed from home largely due to my disdain for the show and reality television as a whole," he articulated in the caption. Jacob, now a spouse and parent, has established a new existence on the farm, devoid of cameras. According to him, the devoted father articulates his vision for a more community-oriented Roloff Farms. The 28-year-old harbors significant aspirations for the future of Roloff Farms, which do not center around reality television notoriety. In the extensive caption of his post, Jacob articulated his perspectives on the future of the family farm, underscoring a transition towards local involvement instead of mass tourists. The pumpkin season remains significant for us, and we value the faithful individuals who visit annually, he stated. My objective is for our farm to foster a more localized communal space rather than depending predominantly on external tourism. As agricultural land diminishes nationwide, he emphasized the necessity of safeguarding and conserving the terrain. Farmland is now sacred, he remarked, adding, I am thankful for the opportunity to manage this land to the best of my ability, perpetually acquiring knowledge and evolving. I can merely aspire for my farm to endure for another generation. Jacob Roloff's connections to Roloff Farms are profound. Although Jacob departed from Little People, Big World in 2015, his affiliation with Roloff Farms is more robust than ever, particularly as it is the venue where he exchanged vows. The celebrity wed his longtime partner, Isabel Sophia Rock, in 2019 at the family's Oregon property, in the presence of relatives and friends. The occasion was replete with poignant moments, as family members frequently featured on the show convened to commemorate the event. The blast indicates that family patriarch Matt Roloff disseminated numerous images and videos from the wedding, encapsulating the elation of the event. A particularly endearing clip saw two young children assigned to carry signs down the aisle experiencing stage fright until their parents intervened to motivate them to complete their walk. Zach and Tori Roloff formally said farewell to Little People, Big World. Jacob's departure from the program in 2015 may have initiated a transformation, and nearly a decade later, his elder brother Zach and sister-in-law Tori emulated this decision. The pair announced on their podcast, Raising Heights, that they will not participate in season 26 of the enduring TLC series. The blast emphasized that Tori directly confronted the ongoing speculation during their episode. Let us address the obvious issue. Are we returning to Little People, Big World? She inquired. Her husband replied curtly, We are not. We made that abundantly clear in the previous cycle. Tori elaborated. Zach underscored that their decision should not be surprising, citing problems in prior seasons, including disputes around the family land. The couple observed that distancing themselves from reality television will enable them to prioritize the privacy of their 3 children. Tori Roloff suggested departure prior to formal announcement. Prior to formalizing the announcement, Tori had previously shown indications that her family's tenure on the popular show was nearing its conclusion. Prior to formalizing the announcement, Tori had previously shown indications that her family's tenure on the popular show was nearing its conclusion. In a November 2022 Instagram Q&A session, the blast reported that a fan inquired if she and Zach would ever cease filming. Tori's response was succinct yet revealing. Yes, with no further explanation. The subsequent month, another admirer inquired about the couple's intended duration on television. Tori stated, I believe our time is certainly nearing its conclusion, although we are endeavoring to savor it while it lasts. Zach's discussions to assume control of the family land in season 22 ultimately collapsed, exacerbating the escalating tensions behind the scenes. For Jacob Roloff, the future of Roloff Farms beyond just commerce, it encompasses sustainability and connectivity. Little People, Big World spoilers. Matt Roloff discusses his relationship with Karen Chandler with fans. Recent spoilers from Little People, Big World indicate that Matt Roloff, prompted by inquiries from fans regarding his relationship with Karen Chandler, deemed it necessary to address the situation. He utilized social media to disclose pertinent information and clarify his status with Karen. Let us examine the details further. The romantic narrative of Matt and Karen initially encountered each other when she served as the manager of the Roloff family farm. Fans speculated that he had been unfaithful to his former spouse, Amy Roloff, with Karen. However, they consistently assert that their relationship did not develop until after his divorce. After years of dating, Matt ultimately proposed, leading fans to anticipate their marriage in 2024. However, there has been no recent news on social media regarding this matter. Fans of Little People, Big World have closely monitored their narrative for years and were eager to see their nuptials. However, it appears they have not yet consummated their wedding, or have they? Social media insights. Matt's supporters presumed that he would inform them via social media if he and Karen were to marry, yet there has been no indication of a wedding. Consequently, They speculate that the relationship may have ended or is experiencing difficulties. Is there a problem? Is there discord in their relationship? Matt resolved to confront this issue to quell the rumors among supporters. On Valentine's Day, Matt announced his presence on the farm while Karen was in Arizona. This appeared peculiar to fans, as they often celebrate the day together. Rumors emerged, prompting Matt to dispel them. He recently published a photograph of himself with Karen, suggesting they were dining together, which pleased supporters. This photograph appears to dispel the rumors, suggesting they have only been preoccupied with other commitments, delaying their wedding. Will fans receive updates regarding the alteration of their wedding date? We must monitor Matt and Karen for any further announcements concerning their nuptials. Ensure you stay informed about all current developments about Little People, Big World. Fans of Little People, Big World express astonishment at Matt Roloff's recent appearance. Matt Roloff has adopted a new hairstyle, eliciting reactions from followers. On Wednesday, January 8th, the star of Little People, Big World posted on Instagram a photograph showcasing his full head of gray and blonde hair, which cascaded to his shoulders, marking a significant departure from his usual short hairstyle. In the image, Roloff, 63, is seen smiling at the beach against a backdrop of turquoise water, clear blue skies, palm trees, and sand. He included black text stating, "Lovin' my best life." Positioned above the image. The TLC star titled his picture, "Livin' and Lovin' Life," similar to the words he affixed to the shot. Roloff's tweet elicited a varied response from admirers. Some expressed admiration for his new appearance, while others speculated about a potential midlife crisis and asserted that the image, which displays only the upper half of his torso, was generated using artificial intelligence. You certainly resemble a beachgoer with your longer hair. Continue with enthusiasm. A fan remarked. A second fan expressed appreciation for the appearance, regardless of whether it was natural hair or a wig, stating, "Either way, real hair or wig, it looks great on you, Matt. You appear younger. What occurred to your hair? Are you experiencing a midlife crisis?" Another individual remarked. A fourth fan commented, "You require a haircut. This appearance does not suit you." Numerous remarks were made indicating that the television personality's new hairdo resembled that of various celebrities, including British singer Rod Stewart, renowned actor Richard Gere, and others. Little People, Big World, which chronicles the Roloff family, comprising Matt, his ex-wife Amy Roloff, and their son Zach Roloff, all of whom have dwarfism, concluded its 25th season in April 2024. The show's future is ambiguous, as Zach, 34, and his wife, Tori Roloff, 33, declared on their podcast Raising Heights in February 2024 that they would be departing from the enduring series, attributing familial discord as one of the factors. Tori Roloff states that her emotions are tumultuous following the removal of her children's cot. Since departing from Little People, Big World, Tori Roloff and her spouse Zach Roloff have been forthright regarding their personal life. Although they have moved on from reality television, the couple continues to disclose the vicissitudes of their family life through social media and their podcast, Raising Heights. Recently, following an Instagram post regarding the permanent storage of the family cot, it appears that Tori Roloff was earnest in her prior assertion of concluding her childbearing. Tori may not articulate those precise words in the post, yet the implication is unmistakable. Furthermore, Zach and Tori are already occupied with 3 young children. It is reasonable to conclude that they have collectively decided against expanding their family, opting instead to concentrate on their bustling life as a family of 5. They have previously addressed this matter. Has Tori Roloff concluded her plans for having children? On August 11, 2024, Tori posted on Instagram showcasing her and Zach's youngest child, Josiah. In the comment, Tori expressed that dismantling the cot utilized for 7 years and 3 children represents a significant milestone for them. However, she noted that it also allows Tori to observe her children as they mature and acquire new skills at their subsequent stages of growth. This serves as an additional method for Tori to dismiss the suggestions encouraging her to have one more. Previously, in July 2024, Zach and Tori disclosed in their podcast that they had resolved to cease attempts at expanding their family. Tori stated that they would never know if any future children will be born with achondroplasia, the kind of dwarfism shared by their 3 offspring. Zach and Tori adhere to the Christian faith. Contrary to popular belief, the Roloffs do not adhere to the same extreme religion as the Duggars, another family shown on TLC. Similar to the norms about the number of children as determined by divine will, Zach and Tori rely on their faith, yet do not allow it to govern their family planning decisions. What is the number of children Tori and Zach Roloff possess? Zach and Tori wed in 2015. In 2017, 2 years later, Tori gave birth to their first child, a son named Jackson. Tori gave birth to Lilah in 2019. In 2022, Tori and Zach added Josiah to their family as their 3rd and final child. Tori had disclosed experiencing a missed miscarriage before to her pregnancy with Josiah. She disclosed on Raising Heights that in 2021, she discovered she had experienced a miscarriage during her 8-week ultrasound appointment. Tori expressed her intense frustration with her physique on that podcast episode. "I experienced a missed miscarriage, indicating that my body did not recognize the fetal demise." Unbeknownst to them at the time, Josiah ultimately became the final component of their family unit. Jacob Roloff articulates his disgust with Little People, Big World. Jacob Roloff is articulating his thoughts a decade after departing from reality television production. The former star of Little People, Big World ceased filming for TLC in 2016 and has not returned since. Currently, Jacob has exchanged his public life on television for a more secluded existence in Oregon with his wife, Isabel, and their son, Mateo. Jacob generally refrains from disclosing extensive details about his personal life online compared to some of his brothers. Nevertheless, during the weekend, he chose to reveal insights into his experience filming for Little People, Big World. The 28-year-old posted a series of photographs showcasing himself, Isabel, Mateo, and several of their dogs relishing life on Roloff farms. In his caption, Jacob reminisced about filming for LPBW 10 years prior. "This spring signifies the 10th anniversary of receiving my financial compensation from the show in which I participated for nearly a decade. At 18, I possessed the autonomy to decline the contract, which I did, and subsequently departed from home mostly owing to my disdain for the show and reality television as a whole." Jacob stated that he utilized the funds from TLC to establish a life with Isabel instead of exploiting them to their fullest potential, for better or bad. Jacob is optimistic that Roloff Farms will endure for another generation. Jacob noted that residing on Roloff Farms has been insightful, as he engages in farm work and imparts to Mateo some of the lessons he acquired during his childhood there. Currently, Jacob is concentrating on the farm's identity and potential in the absence of film crews. He articulated a desire for the pumpkin season to attract more local visitors instead of predominantly depending on out-of-town tourism. Jacob expressed his desire to concentrate on community-based agritourism indefinitely, cultivating food for local inhabitants, and is optimistic that this will persist for years ahead. "I can merely aspire for this farm to endure for another generation," he finished his caption. Jacob's spouse criticized Matt over the sale of Roloff Farms. Although Jacob resides in his father Matt Roloff's previous double-wide, he possesses no ownership of the farm. Instead of retaining the farm within the family and bequeathing it to his offspring, Matt opted to put it on the market, a decision that has not been well received by his family or LPBW followers. Recently, Jacob's wife, Isabel, discreetly targeted Matt on social media. She confessed to her TikTok followers that she and Jacob were unable to afford the purchase of the farm. Moreover, Isabel concurred with LPBW enthusiasts who believed Matt ought to have retained the farm within the family instead of divesting. Isabel employed a clapping hands emoji in reply to a follower's message, indicating her complete agreement with the sentiment expressed. The remark stated, "I consistently assert that the children financed that farm. Individuals, primarily viewed due to the presence of children. They sacrificed their childhoods for it." Little People, Big World is presently on hiatus on TLC.